flowers and it's prom season, and I am going to make a hand-tied nosegay, or you might call it colonial bouquet, for prom. And what I've done so far to prep my flowers is I have taken and removed all of the thorns from the roses, because nothing's worse than those little devils. They're pretty sharp. And each rose is pristine and ready to go. And then I also have freesia, which we're going to be adding to the girl's dress. Her dress is a light lavender color. This is a very fragrant flower. And everything has been removed, so all of the extra branches and leaves have been removed. And then I've made this glittery net sparkle as an accent. And then we're going to also be adding these really pretty rhinestone gem sprays that really sparkle, because everybody likes bling. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with our most open flower. Is going to be our center, and then we're going to take one of the freesias and we're going to kind of lay it next to the rose, and then I'm going to come at an angle to the back of this and then turn the bouquet, and another rose added again to the back and turn the bouquet, another rose and to the back and turn the bouquet, and another rose and turn the bouquet, and another rose. And now we're going to add a couple more freesias. I'm going to pull this one up just a teensy bit, and I'm going to turn and rotate the bouquet again, and add this light lavender. Very fresh looking bouquet with this lavender and white mix. And I'm turning and adding another rose. And you can see I'm not grabbing it too tight. It's kind of loose and those stems are spraying out. I'm going to add my last rose. And we have a round bouquet. We're going to add a couple more freesias. Here. And we're going to add a couple puffs, and I found it's easier to kind of add the little net puffs in after I have the flowers, because it's a little easier to place for color. And by holding the roses and the flowers loosely, I can kind of pull up on the bouquet. There we go. Turn into the bouquet, and I've floral taped the wires because you don't want to have any exposed wires, and I usually tape it to match the stems or as close as possible. There we go. How pretty that looks. Just the right amount of bling. And we have a new product. It's a floral binding. So I'm going to cut my stems off here to about the length I want. Actually, I'm cutting them off a little longer. So, and then I'm going to take this binding tape and lay it around here, and I'm just pulling it and stretching it just a tiny bit, and it forms a nice seal, and that way, instead of wire that, it holds the stems really nicely without damaging the very fragile stems, especially the freesia. Yeah, that looks really good. So, I'm going to put this in my vase, and I'm going to add a few of these sprigs to the edge of the bouquet. And when I use these, I make sure that I kind of spray them out so that they're like little fingers spraying out instead of being kind of clumped together. Now this bride, or not bride, I'm getting married off and it's still prom, liked some of the stones to come out of the roses. So what I'm going to do now is just floral tape the little wires in, because I have that nice base of this nice new product to hold it together. And I'm going to add a little bling to each of the centers of the roses. see how pretty that looks. This is really a fun thing to give a girl. It's kind of a newer look for our prom goers in this area. I know when I was in high school, bouquet like this was the rage. Nowadays, most of the kids do go with wrist corsages, but perhaps this group of kids is going to be starting a trend and having these little nosegays. It's kind of fun because if the girls get them home and put them in water, they can continue to go on, and it would be kind of a little bit of a lasting keepsake for her big night. You can see how it just is adding a little bit of sparkle. There we go. We got one in each rose, so you can see how pretty that is. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just finish this off with some ribbon. I like to use ribbon that kind of matches the dress so that it doesn't stand out too much. And then I do a twist to cause what looks like a knotting on the stem all the way up the bouquet. I cut off a little bit extra so that I can make a knot, like so. And this particular prom goer wants a little bit of bling over the top. So what I'm thinking about doing is kind of a crisscross with this. So I'm going to cut off a nice section of it. And we'll knot it as I go up. Makes kind of a fun, kind of roping look. We actually do the same look on a boutonniere, of course much smaller. And I'm just going to tie this off at the top and secure it. And I'm going to leave those because I think it adds to the shape of the bouquet. So that's how we finish it off. We're going to cut this a little shorter, but until the couple comes in and picks it up, we're going to leave it right in a vase of water like this so that they can continue to take up water until the dance on Saturday. This is Fantasy Flowers in Thiensville. We're located right on the corner of Freistadt and Main Street, and we look forward to doing your one-of-a-kind boutonniere or corsage. We are always available for last minute. If you'd like to give us a call, our phone number is 262-242-3732, or our address is 106 East Freistadt in Thiensville. Our website is fantasyflowers.info, so we look forward to hearing from you for all of your important dances and dates, and have a great day and enjoy your prom.